Hey guys, this is James Davis here. We're at Busybody Fitness Center. We're going to take you through a little bit of chest and finish off some biceps. The first thing we're going to start off with today is going to be the incline bench press. You'll notice that the incline is a little bit higher than normal. I like to use that method just simply because it puts a better shelf on the chest line. Next we're going to do a double set, so we're in between the incline bench press and the preacher curl and the seated dumbbell curls. So we'll run through that for a few rounds, and then we'll go on to the next circuit, which of course you'll see is going to be the flat bench, some dips, and again the pec deck. Okay, under normal circumstances on the off season, I'll do a training regimen that's about 5 to 6 days on. I'd hit legs twice a week, quads and hamstrings, split them in one day. Chest on the next, then back on the next, and then follow that up with a day off, then shoulders. Since I'm in competition season right now, so I'm getting ready for 2 shows this month, my training split kind of changes up. I'm still hitting quads 3 times a week, hams 3 times a week. I'm sorry, twice a week. But in addition to that, what I'll do is I'll do chest, bis, tris, back and shoulders a second time also. So that's part of the split that you'll be seeing today is the chest and bicep routine. We went through a little bit of triceps earlier. You guys will catch that next time. Now, as far as that's concerned, you know, I'm getting ready, like I said, the competition season, which is going to be Nationals, November 18th and 19th in South Beach, Florida. Look out for that. That should be very interesting. I guess while I'm here, it's important to mention one of the main reasons that got me into weight training, which kind of transcended into where we are now, is that, you know, a while ago, some years ago, I had gotten hit by a car. Doctors were telling me that I wouldn't walk again normally, or I'd always need the use of a cane. I decided to do my own rehab work, and from there, you know, it kind of elevated itself all the way into bodybuilding. With that in mind, I also, you know, I started out as a trainer initially. And, you know, I would train people and get them ready for shows, primarily females at first, which led to my Adoniss girl team. Look out for them because there's quite a few of them. There'll be 5 at Nationals, and I'm sure they'll place very well. That's just one of the things that led into this lifestyle from my normal lifestyle of working out just to look pretty for the beach. Yeah, with that in mind, we also started, you know, I started working on a couple of other things. I used to be a gym owner, so, you know, I would see a lot of bodybuilders, upstate New York, New York City, that kind of thing. So after seeing so many bodybuilders over a longer period of time, it kind of stuck with me and made me want to go ahead and jump on the bandwagon, for lack of better explanation, so I could get a little bit bigger and win some shows. And now here we go, we're on our way to Nationals.
Took it one time. Started off with running for cops, ducking high from helicopters. We open fire, who can stop us? Living the life, I try juveniles, hoping for righteous. Getting 25 to life if the judge don't like us. In my clearest pictures, I see authorities itching to get us. ATF, state feds, scandalous business. I was promised to it, wasn't bitter or sweet. See it on these streets, living through a die circle complete. Repetitive motions, felons in the rush for G's. Please understand my history. Coming equipped with plenty gas, maybe I was just a lost soul trapped in time, living in between life and the cracks were blind. Even though we have hopes for dreams that never came, yet still we all feel pain. Just wait until the rain turns to sunshine, cause I hate to spend my life. Took it one time, landed in the county in the worst way, hell of a way. It's been my 21st birthday, born in the ghetto as a street dog. It's for the neighborhood and weed spots that we love. He came home, went back in and came back home again. And he just violated parole. Now Uncle Sam wants the time he owed. Back to the system, black and trapped in a prison. I miss him. It's just my brother don't listen to nobody. Hard-headed, stuck in his ways, won't change for nobody. All I can do is pray for him, and I'm praying for myself. Trying to beat the odds with the cards that we was dealt. We need to try to make it through the struggle as family. They say rapping don't pay them bills, trapping gon' pay them bills, but this ain't how we tryna live. To the rain, to the sunshine. Stay my life, my life, my life, my life. Tuck it one time. I've been waiting on the rain to turn to sunshine for a long time. Stuck up on the grind, still one mine. Lost a couple homies, missing comrades, but ain't no looking back, man. We gotta keep it cracking. Just had another birthday, got some love.
Also, I'm going to mention, you know, one of the things that made the transfer over to bodybuilding from just working out for normal beach muscles was my significant other, my wife Katie. I started training her so that she could do shows, and it just ended up being a little bit easier for me to jump in as well. We both trained for our first show, and me, myself, getting back into the show circuit. We ended up winning our show together, both overalls, which kind of catapulted the whole situation. You can look for Katie Davis, Katie Bartlett Davis, however the hell they print her name up. But she should be in another series in the trenches. You'll be seeing her soon. She'll be heading into nationals as well. It's important to mention that because without that structure, I would not have really made the decision to go fully and completely into bodybuilding. With that in mind, that's where we are now. Also with my other girls, you know, the team of Adoniss girls, there's about 38 of them, so you know, you'll be seeing them also out there. We're doing shoots with them. They're going to be competing at shows. You'll be seeing them also representing my new men's skincare line called Adoniss Men. It actually launched this past week, so we're really excited about that. And that's just one of the business structures that we've elevated to this point after deciding that we wanted to go into bodybuilding and national level and to pro level. One of the things also I like to mention is how I make changes in my nutrition programming. I get a lot of comments as to how I'm able to eat things that normal people wouldn't be able to eat, especially getting ready for a show. Ideally, with show prep, which I've been doing some prep with my training partner, IFBB Pro, Mark Alvisi, who I've been training with for over 2 years now at this point. But this season, we decided to do my nutrition prep a little differently, more like a bodybuilder and less like a guy who can work out and stay lean all year round, but miss the mass and the structure on the filling of the muscles. So with that in hand, you know, it seems to be working out a lot better. I'm eating about 6 meals a day at this point, which is a real struggle for me. I hate to eat. But I'm putting the food down and seeming to keep me in a state where I'm ready to get on stage and not lose as much body weight. I'm ideally staying at around the 235 mark. And hopefully eating up and doing our prep correctly, we'll reach 240. Primarily what I do is I deal with 2 steak meals a day, 2 chicken and 2 fish. I really hate chicken, so sometimes I'll do 3 or 4 steak meals and 2 fish, give or take. You know, I don't believe in a lot of water, but I like to drink things like, you know, thirst-quenching Gatorades, Reigns, and that kind of thing. So, you know, my nutritional structure is a little different from what you would call a traditional bodybuilder. But, you know, as they know, there's many different ways and methods to get you where you want to go. It's just a matter of finding the right tool that works for you. One of the things that I always like to tell, you know, my clients and my Adoniss girls is that, you know, you have to be consistent. Consistency is the #1 thing. If you can't be consistent, then you can pretty much look to have your physique balloon and fluctuate just as much as anything else, like the weather. You want to be consistent, you want to be on a regimen, you want to make sure that, you know, you follow the same body part groupings close to around the same time, meaning if I have 2 days of rest for one body part, then I want 2 days of rest to be continuous throughout the whole circuit. As far as nutrition is concerned, that's basically it. I don't really do too many protein shakes unless it's in the off season. So we try to avoid that kind of thing and stick to whole real foods. One of the things I like to also say is that, you know, my contest history and the history of me being in this sport, it's, you know, I started a while ago. My first show was sometime around 2002. At that point, you know, I took a little break, then I came back in, like I said, starting about 3 or 4 years ago. I did my first show, first year back into competing. I did 3 shows, placed very well, overall, 2nd place, 3rd place, that kind of thing. Then the next year, again, 3 more shows. So pretty much for the last 4 years, I've been doing about 3 shows a year up until this year. This year I decided that we needed more room to grow, we needed more room to fine-tune and finalize my physique. So what we did at that point is I did the Arnold Amateurs earlier in the year. You know, I made the top 10, but, you know, to me, I'm a competitor. That's no good. So, set back after that show and taking the rest of the year off just so that we could grow. You'll notice, you know, one of the things that worked really well was that I had to go to extremely heavy lifting. I mean, what we did today for that would be almost medium to heavy. That's not as heavy as we go. But I had to do that in order to get my body to spike itself to start growing. And with that in mind, from the period of March up until, I guess, today, we're in October, yeah, I put on about 25, 30 pounds. So that's kind of important, just to let you know that, you know, sometimes it's, you know, you see a lot of guys who do show after show after show after show. I was one of those guys, but then with some physique, some guys can get away with that. Some guys cannot. I'm one of those guys that cannot get away with that. So I'll probably be limited in my showing unless, you know, a sponsor or someone wants me to do more shows. But ideally, I'll be doing 1 or 2 shows a year like I'm doing now, getting ready for Nationals. I'd like to just give a couple of shout outs, you know, because there are a lot of people. There's a very important team that you put together that makes all of this happen. You know, of course, Katie Davis, my wife, she cooks my food for me. You know, she really keeps my nutrition on point, because if it was up to me, I would be anorexic. I'd like to thank her, and definitely Muscular Development, for giving me this opportunity and putting me out there for everyone to see how well we can build muscle. Again, there's, you know, my promoter, Leandro Sosa, you know, of course, John Hawley, Humberto Vidal. These are all photographers and people that I work with very closely. Also, you know, my team at the Adoniss men's skincare line, and also the Abs of Adonis, which is my fitness centers, you know, and, you know, I have a good staff there, you know, good trainers, good management, so I'm very lucky, kind of blessed to have that. Also, Kiera Davis, my daughter. Thank you very much, honey, because without you, I wouldn't have made it to all of this stuff. That's it for me. Muscular Development, James Davis. See you at Nationals.